Okay, I think it's live. We on? Anybody can hear me? Just checking it out. Okay. All right, boys and girls, gents and gentlemen. Today we're going to talk about blunderbusses. This is pretty funny, actually. Can you see that? This is actually an early shotgun. Look at the size of the barrel on this. Actually, originally I bought this. There's a reason why I'm talking about this, and I'll get to it. But originally bought this in England, a place called Stratford upon Avon. It's actually Shakespeare country. And I bought this, originally got about 26 years ago in Stratford upon England. That's pretty funny. They have England has the coolest shops and they have the coolest stuff. But it's funny how products have changed in the last 300-400 years. It really is. I mean, this is how they used to do business. This was a favorite, I would say, product of pirates and buccaneers and privateers. You know, the only difference between a privateer and a pirate is that a privateer was actually the same thing as a pirate. They would rape, plunder, pillage. That's really how they did business. Just grab all you could at a vulnerable spot. But the only difference between a privateer and a pirate, the privateer had the backing of a government like Spain or France or England, and they actually had backing for them. You know, and that's really the difference. But they call this, they call this a blunderbuss. I don't really understand it, but it was basically an early shotgun, because look at the barrel. I mean, oh my God. They used to shove nails and glass and just stones. You could actually put anything in it, but you put your black gunpowder in here, and then it was really designed as a Navy, really a Navy weapon, because it was really designed to clear decks in close quarters, because it had no accuracy. You can't really aim it. You just blow things out of the water. So basically, when two ships came together and they, had their sabers and, 20 guys jumped onto your deck, you'd point this and it would probably make a swath of about 10, 15 feet in close quarters. But that's why they call this the business end of a cannon, because it's basically a hand cannon. It must have been a huge kick. Then after you only had one shot, you blew the whole shot, and then you turned it around, and then you had this as a club. It's amazing how we have evolutionized. I'll pull it back a little bit. Evolutionized a little bit in how we do business. A little bit. But anyways, it's fun. It's a fun toy. This isn't actually a real one, obviously. It's a replica of a... These were popular in the 16th, this is probably 17th century replica that I bought. I've had it for, 26 years now. But I hang it on the wall. It's a lot of fun. I love collecting stuff like this. It's just all part of history. But it's just interesting how products have changed. We've gone from this to the internet, and how we do business, how we do trade, and how we communicate with each other. We don't have to... carouse the Gulf Coast and find something that's vulnerable and attack it to get our products and to get our booty and our loot. There's better ways to make a living. Anyways, I thought that was interesting, something to talk about while people are getting on. If anybody's there, you can hit the hearts and the likes. That's great. I love seeing all that. The other thing I want to talk about now that we're talking about the internet is I want to review this book. It's kind of neat. A guy by the name of Anik Singal, and apologize because everything's backwards because of the way the camera hits it, but it's called The Circle of Profit. Okay, good book to read. If anybody out there know Anik Singal, he's a pretty big internet marketer. Interesting story. Like a lot of kids his age. I say kids. He's probably 20 years younger than me, but. It's interesting being in the right place at the right time. He actually started his his internet business. I shouldn't say e-commerce. His internet business when he was in college. He started it right out of his dorm room. And like anything, the circle of profit, one of the first things he talks about, and I've read about a third of the book, and a lot of it is his biography, and then some of the things it took to get to the point where he was making 7 figures a year, and then how that some of the mistakes that he had by going away from what he would call the circle of profit or his foundation for a business, and he drifted away from that, and it ended up losing everything in 2008, like we all did. But to backtrack a little bit, he started his business out of his college dorm, you know, and he just had a passion for information and creating information products, and he basically had a system, and I don't think it's anything terribly new, but it's really good to understand the history of it. He was really in tune with creating lists, okay, attracting people, attracting people through his sales funnels, through his advertisement. But he attracted people because of his passion for e-commerce and for creating educational products. Now, some of the mistakes that he made, it took him 6 years to build his business up until 2008. And part of the problem why it failed after he had made several $1 million is because he got away from the circle of profit, which was his sales funnel. So what I took from this book that I've read so far is that the passions, okay, there are certain passions, and you want to get into certain niche markets, like blunderbusses are obviously a niche market, but you're not going to sell a whole lot of these on the internet, because number one, you can't download it, and I don't think there's a lot of people that need to clear their pirate ship, okay? So you need to find something that's relevant, that you have passion for, and he discovered 3 fundamental things that are the most profitable and historically have the best profit margin, and have the most success online. Number 1 are health products: physical, spiritual, emotional products, bodybuilding, dietary products, wealth, business, investing, real estate, stocks, bonds. Think how many products you could make with that and have a passion for any of these kind of niche markets. The third one, pretty obvious: relationships, marriage, dating, parenting, divorce. Think of all the dating services that are out there. I mean, God, even on television, you can see, was it Christian date? There's a big one that's Christian dating, or there's so many different dating services. Think of all the niche markets you can do that on the internet and create sales funnels to bring people in, to those kind of markets. Or if you have a passion for weightlifting or bodybuilding or dietary products, weight loss products. How many millions and millions of those are out there? Those are the 3 big ones: health, wealth, and relationships. So you want to find a passion in one of those 3, and then you want to create, if you get his book, you want to go over and create his simple sales funnels, okay? And you want to create a list, and then you want to do follow-up with that list and create a relationship with that list. And he goes over in great detail. But his book, I'm going to show it to you again. It's called The Circle of Profit, Anik Singal. Great book to get. You can actually go to his website. The book is, I believe it's still free. I think they charge you, I don't know, $8-10 to ship it to you. But the book's actually free. Great book to have. Some of the examples are weight loss, bodybuilding, health, eating, superfoods, dating advice, divorce, real estate investing, electronic gadgets, gaming, pets. I mean, think how many people out there have a passion for dogs, cats, snakes, lizards. Think how many products you could make for that. How many people you could attract to that kind of a product. Finding a job. Well, that's kind of the anti what we're trying to do here. We're actually trying to get you out of a job, but you could do that by, explaining to people a job search, if you're into that kind of thing. And then it gets into health, panic attacks, hypnosis. Okay. So think about, psychiatric products you could make. There's just so many. If you have a passion for a certain product, it's a good way to start. E-commerce, that's another good place to go. You can have, you can make stylized hats and shirts. You can go to Shopify, Gear Bubble. I mean, there's all kinds of different products that you could have a passion for. You just have to find it. You can actually go, and he explains, you can actually go to Google and find out what are the most popular, and find out what you're attracted to, what moves you, what you have passion for. But you need to start with that. You really need to start with that. You need to start with your funnel from there, and they show you in great detail how to build the sales funnel and how to create your relationships with the people that you bring in. 10,000 emails, and he said on average, when you get to 10,000 emails, you should be making $10,000 a month in residual income. That's the book. That's kind of a rough outline of about a third of the book, The Circle of Profit, and I'll talk a little bit more about it this week too. Anik Singal. It actually has a foreword by Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki is the Rich Dad, Poor Dad author, probably one of the biggest books for internet and for business entrepreneurs, probably in the last 20, 25 years, probably the most important book. And he has a foreword by it too, so you can read a little bit about Robert Kiyosaki. Other than that, I think what happened with him when he built his business, go back to his biography, it took him about 6 years before he made his first million. Wow, 6 years, because he didn't really know what he was doing, and there's a lot of trial and error. The problem was he fell away from his circle of profit. He fell away from building sales funnels, creating relationships, creating, follow-up. And he broke it down. He got into different businesses, and he created actual physical locations all around the world. And he had a lot of employees. And he kind of fell away from his core idea, his core passion. And it ended up costing him everything. Of course, when the world, like everybody's did, like everybody's business did, he went down with it. But a lot of it was because he fell away from his core values and his employees, and he kind of goes into it. He spent a lot of time dealing with the personalities of his employees rather than the original reason why he created certain products. Okay, that helps. So what you want to do, you want to find a passion, and you want it to be one of the core three, involved somehow in health, wealth, or relationship building. Find a passion in one of those because they're the most profitable. And he gets into a good example of a great product is, say, underwear. Okay, there's 7 billion people in this world. I think conservatively, you probably could sell 500 million pairs of underwear any given week. Okay, the only problem is you can't download underwear. So it's a great product that everybody needs, but you can't sell it on the internet because you can't download it. So you need to have information products, and you need to have products that you have passion for. Good book to go on his website, Anik Singal, and get it, man. Just get it. It's free. I think it's like $8-10 for shipping, and they'll ship it out to you. Good person to hook up with. Definitely a good person to hook up with. Other than that, Tecademics. Give me some updates on that. I was in a meeting for those of you who are thinking about getting involved in Tecademics or want information or have never heard of Tecademics. So actually, 2 weeks ago, it was actually launched to the public yesterday. They're tweaking some of the links out. We actually have 6 different sales funnels that they're going to quickly in the next 2 days. I'm going to give it 48 hours. I think that's what we're looking at. Some of the stuff is going to be free content. So I'm going to be here every that some people charge hundreds and thousands of dollars for, I'm going to give it to you for free, okay? Free content. And I want you to get involved in the free content. I want you, the whole purpose of these online talks is because I genuinely want to help people build their business and to find passion. That thing called a job, okay? Because there is no benefit in working. I've done it, you know. I did it for a couple of decades. You know, you know, you can make a nice six-figure living. I made a really good living. The only problem is, especially when you're in a corporate entity and you always have that insecurity of not being completely in control of your own life. And that's really what we're designing here, is to make people, to empower people to have control of their own life. Okay? That's what Tecademics is essentially going to be all about. You're going to have a support group, all kinds of stuff going on. But without going on too long, I'm going to have a lot of free content coming up very, very soon. In fact, we had a meeting today. I was on the phone call with Michael Hamburger and a gentleman by the name of Chris Record, who's the CEO of Tecademics and the VP of Sales. And we're going to have all these links. Will be out, should be out in the next 48 hours. And we're going to get ready for a ride. Get ready for a lot of very good content that's coming your way right on this channel. Okay? Other than that, I think it's. You enjoyed the Blunderbuss? A lot of weapons. These are fun, man. These are fun. I wish this thing. Wish you could actually fire it, but it'd be fun to blow, you know, pumpkins up or something. But anyways, Thursday. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.